Madeline and Grace Henry. Thank you very much for coming. Hope to see you next year. Good luck today.
Hope to see you next year. How about right now? Good?
Yep.
There we go.
Test, test, test.
Sounds good.
All right. Got good audio, ready to go.
Am I 1 or 2?
You are 2.
Hey, do you maybe want to set up your phone now and do a test call over to Kara?
Yeah, have her call in and we'll give it a shot. Yeah.
I don't have any way to tell her to do that. Try to text on her. My watch is charged, but it doesn't always pull up the app.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think I have her. Well,
I
you can call her.
Yeah.
Hello.
Kara, it's Jim. We're we're trying a call in here. I'm going to have you call me back and see if this works.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Thanks.
Yep.
Hello, caller. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, this is Kara Spolodoro calling over on Court 9, and I was wondering how things are going over there on Court 20. Are you on 24?
Yes, we are on 24. We're just getting warm-ups getting finished here. Well, we're up right now going through our warm-ups, so everything's rolling here good, and we expect to be underway in about 10 minutes. And I keep looking at my watch that died, and it is a blank screen.
Okay, that's not good. No blank screen.
How does the 14-1 team look, Kara?
They look ready to go. They're focused, dialing in. They're doing their serving warm-ups right now, and we'll move into the hitting warm-ups in a minute or so.
Very good. It is Championship Monday here in Omaha.
It is Championship Monday, and we are excited to be here in the beautiful city of Omaha, Nebraska for these morning matches as all the teams are on their way here.
All right, Kara, thanks for checking in. We'll keep in touch throughout the matches.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
That way I figure we can call her on our breaks.
Yeah.
Because there'll be nothing to interrupt over there. She's not doing anything.
That seems to work pretty good.
That works really good. And you could even hear the dial, you know.
Yeah. No, they got it figured out. There's never been a product more perfectly suited for what we're doing, I think. You know, usually as a compromise at some point, but this is pretty good.
Right.
I got to work some of that in today more.
Ready to go live?
Yep, let's do it.
I think we've been on, but we do have a viewer out there.
Oh, all
the
right.
The viewer could please identify themselves.
Good morning from Omaha. We are getting ready here for Championship Monday at the President's Day Classic. Of course, it's appropriate to be playing your championship matches on actual President's Day. Kind of forget that it's a work day today, and all of my work friends are back getting themselves going for the office, and I'm here in Omaha getting ready for more Northern Lights volleyball. Mike, what do we look for this morning? The team has been doing absolutely wonderful, kind of cruising through all of their opponents up to this point, but things could get a lot more difficult today.
Yeah, it's Monday. We're down to the final 16 teams out of a 60-team pool, and I expect some grueling volleyball throughout the day. Both teams have worked very hard to get here to stay in that top 16. We call that the gold bracket, and the gold bracket is for all the marbles. You're playing for first place overall, comes with medals and all that good stuff. So I expect that we will not have an easy route today, but I think we have the team to do it, Jim. We have a balanced attack, and we've had just consistent play all tournament long.
Yeah, it has been very good. As you mentioned, the consistency, I think it's very difficult, as we've talked about over the last couple of days, to avoid that low period in your day, and we've fought through those as needed and gotten ourselves to this point. The team, of course, today, as is appropriate, is dressed in red. Not only is it the Tiger Woods Championship color, but it is our team's home color, being 17 red. Just finishing up serving drills here, and I'm sure we're pretty close to getting underway. We got the referees stretching out over to the left of us here. I saw them this morning getting their final instructions. They all had their game balls laid out in front of them over in front of the ref's door here at the convention center, and we're receiving their final instructions for the day. So like the players, they have to get ready too. Doing
their finger exercises and motion call detectors. Yeah, I'm excited for today. You know, I'm very proud of the team, how they've played, how they've operated off the court. It's a class group of girls, Jim.
Yes, it is. Yep, been a great tournament here so far in Omaha. A little bit rainy this morning and a little cooler, not cold by any stretch of our Minnesota standards, that's for sure. But a little bit of rain came down overnight, and we understand there's some snow and other assorted weather excitement up the road for us possibly, but here our focus is going to be on Northern Lights volleyball, and the team here getting ready lining up on the end line. Ref gives his whistle. The teams greet each other, and we're going to be ready to go here.
Sure, it needs not to be mentioned, but we'll do it anyway. It is one and done. Lose and go home. So there's no reason to want to hit that road too early, Jim.
No, there's a sense of urgency today. You don't get another chance if you stumble early on here. So. All right, we're going to start here with a quick call out to Easy Reels, our application that allows us to be on the air this morning, and we're going to be ready to get things going. We appreciate their support. Without it, of course, it couldn't be done. So refs are ready to start here. Down ref throws the ball over for first serve. Indicates she's ready. Oh, now there's one little thing to check on the scores table. Make sure the line judges are ready to go. The signal is given, and here we go. Welcome to Championship Monday. Premier Nebraska puts the ball in play. Audrey, left side, Wellbrock, big swing over. Just long.
Just long. I thought there may have been a touch on that, but it's early. It's early. Nice swing by Laura. She looks ready to go. I expect those to paint the line.
Premier sends the ball over. Audrey bumps that. Wellbrock again. They're going to try that. Tools the block here.
It's that smart player, Laura Wellbach, gets up there, sees the block, uses that left hand off the side and out of bounds.
That brings Audrey back to the line here. Gets set, looks over to Coach Lors for some direction on where to send the serve. Goes back to the sixth position. And swing that over. KJ digs that up. Audrey, middle. Emma, that's going to be long. Everybody getting loosened up here and finding their spots and getting their swing ready to go. Serves put in play. Touches the top of the tape and just stays on the Premier side there.
I think we might have to do a quick call out to Wayne for one more ratchet on the net tightening to keep that ball on the other side of the net. That net's a little bit looser. It definitely comes over and makes a very difficult play.
Definitely. All right, the teams exchange service errors here. I know that will bother Laura. She takes pride in trying to limit those, but of course they are not 100%. Premier sends it over. Oh, tough spot right on that left line.
Yeah, that ball came over the net and just dropped right down, right in front of Lexi Petrick there. She'll make an adjustment and get behind that.
Oh, there's that short serve again. That did give us some fits yesterday. We did a pretty good job of compensating for it, but here we see that is a difficult thing to cover all those spots, and how far should you cheat up?
Yeah, that serve was even shorter. Now I might expect to see her go deep now. She's got the receive team pulled up. Let's see what she does. She does decide to go deep.
Deeper there. Bump set by Audrey, sent over by Van Hecke. Right side, a little bit of confusion on the Premier side. They're going to punch it over. KJ, Audrey, bump set. Lexi, reset. They're going to try it again. Roll shot over. A little bit of trouble, but I think they're going to free ball this one back. Laura has to reach down for the pass. KJ sends it over. They're covering it. Good long rally here. Right side. Oh, man, good tough cross-court shot. Great defense to get that back over. Here comes Premier again. Oh, Lexi was, Laney trying a back setter dump there. Tough play.
I like the thought there, Jim. It was wide open. Just caught it a little too heavy and into the net. I like the thought process, however.
Premier with the serve. Oh, a little bit of an overpass. They try to crush that. It didn't quite work out that way, but it does still get a point for the Nebraska squad.
We've seen this a little bit throughout the tournament, a little bit of a slow start out of our lights team. Like we talked about earlier, though, this is no day to get behind early.
That one hits the tape. Laura's going to punch that back out of the back row. Get over to the Premier side. Sent over. All right, painting that line again, Mike, right in the corner.
Yep, saw the block up, and Nate's had enough.
All right, we got an early timeout here. Gives us a chance to thank some of our sponsors. I know that Christine Forrester, their team playing directly behind us here, has started a new company that to me is somewhat unpronounceable, so I'm not going to make an attempt on that this morning. Dale Forrester standing right behind me here, cheering for the 17 Black squad as they are taking on a team on the other side that I can't identify at the moment. But anyway, we'll kind of keep track of those scores, try to give you some scoring updates for the other Lights teams that are in action today. And we'll talk more about our sponsors after the next break. Premier puts the ball in play. Audrey sends it over, and that's a good one.
Not sure if that's what they drew up in the huddle, Jim, but it was effective, and we'll take it.
Yep. 8-3 in favor of Premier here early going. Brings Emma Fretheim, the long serve specialist, up. Puts one over. Punched over by Premier. We free ball that back over. They'll reset the offense on the other side, right side. Laura bump set. Lexi's going to take a swing from the left pin. That one's headed off to the corner. They do recover it. Free ball this back over. Emma. Audrey. Just short into the net there. Premier back at the line. Put the ball back in play. That one's off the heel of her hand, and that's going to be a service error. We'll take all those we can get, Mike.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Bring the lefty back to the line, Jim. We had success with Jordan's serves yesterday.
Yep, sure.
We need to carve into this bit by bit. If we can't get a big chunk, we need to get one or two right here.
Left-hander puts it in play. Premier, it looked like it could have been a double contact there, not called. Audrey, left side. Lexi again, tools that block. That's a good play. Keeps the southpaw Brownlee at the line. Gets ready, looks over to Coach Lors for instruction. Sends the ball over. We got a ball in the court and not seen by the ref, so we're going to continue play here. And actually that did kind of affect us a little bit. I'm not sure where that one goes, but we're going to get that out of here. We have no net between us here on these two courts, so there is going to be a lot of balls flying back and forth. And I think Laura is going to go and complain to the up ref or note that there was a ball in the court, and he's going to say that he didn't see it. Now I think we're going to get confirmation from the line judge.
The challenge with that, Jim, is the ball rolled onto the court. Jordan stepped up towards that 10-foot line to retrieve the ball and knock it out. She successfully knocked it out, but that pulled her out of position from a defensive position.
Well, lucky call there. They're not going to be too happy with this one on the other side, I don't think. They probably were not even aware that the ball came into the court at all, so. But I think a good result there. It definitely did affect play. Sometimes that does not, and you can push it out of the way and it has no effect. But Brownlee back to the line, sends one down the right side, covered on the Nebraska side. I'll bring this back. Swung over, and it's long, right into our broadcast position here.
Good hands, Jim. Good hands.
Luckily, hands are free here. We got our headsets on, and we can kind of retrieve some things if we don't get hit in the head. Brownlee, another nice long service run here, pops that one over. Left pin, big swing, goes off the block. Laura the pass. Audrey, left side again, back to Petrick. Had a lot of success over on that left side. Laura's going to send this over on the free ball. Nebraska.
Nice deep shot there, Jim.
Sets up their offense. Off the block.
Kinsey was in a very good position there. Just a half inch to the right, and she would have had a stuff block there.
She's the Medford product, remember, from yesterday. So we'll try to kind of mention what high schools our girls are attending today. It's KJ Komblarski on the pass, sent over. Good shot there, and it's covered on the other side. Kinsey sent that over. We set our offense here. Audrey, short set, Kinsey. That off-speed send, they cover it on the Nebraska side. Bring it back over.
Go.
Lexi Petrick again. Jordan from the back row. Boy, they are scrappy on the other side. Pretty much everything's coming back at us here. And they're painting that left line very well.
Yeah, this Nebraska team's fundamentally sound team. They're strong at the net. They're very good defensively. We're going to have to find something that we can exploit.
KJ the pass, back to the middle, sent right back on the block. And we are in a little bit of a hole here. Coach Lohr's up, giving some instruction, trying to calm everybody down. We just need to work our way back little by little. It doesn't all come back in one felt swoop, of course, so we have to work it back a point at a time. KJ the pass, sent over. Get our offense back in order here. Brownlee from the back row. Covered, right pin, swung over, right in the seam again.
Yeah, it just gave back the little claw that we had. We're back up to a 7-point deficit. Just need to find that rhythm, Jim.
All right, here comes the serve from the Nebraska libero. The slide swung over by Kinsey. They cover it. They go left, right pin. Velbrock, Audrey. We go right side. Brownlee swings it over, but they cover it. Left side, off the block.
There we go.
And there's one for your Northern Lights. 17 red. Early action here in the match. We are in set number 1. We look behind us here for a score, but I'm not going to be able to do that right now. I think it's pretty close. Ella Massel to the line, the Egan product. And that's
an Alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
all right. Dan Stein getting an early start here with his discounts. He is going to be a busy guy when he gets back to Minnesota. Big block there from Audrey.
Now we're starting to establish a net presence here, Jim. We're not oversized up front. That Nebraska team is just fundamentally sound. They are in the right spot. Their timing is perfect. They've played really well to this early stage here.
Oh, and that's the Kinsey hammer.
That's a Crocodile Crush. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 2-for-1 special on every Crocodile Crush for Northern Lights today.
You want to switch?
You want to call?
Sure.
Hello.
Hey, looking for an update there from your court.
Yes, 14-1 started off super hot, came out ready to play. It was 8-0 to begin, and now it's 14-9.
Okay, good. We've been kind of behind here in the early going on the first set, but we've made a comeback, caused them to call a timeout. It is 13-10 for Premier here in the first set.
Excellent. All right, well, hope that momentum keeps going and Red overtakes the opponent here.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the update, and we'll talk to you soon.
Likewise, thank you.
Yep, bye-bye. Okay, folks, we're back here again, 14-10. As we're about midway here through the first set. Lights coming back nicely there. We just got to keep that rolling and keep eating into this Premier lead a point at a time.
That was our roving reporter, Kara Spolador, over on court 9, way across the convention center.
Premier, boy, they find a good spot. That seam comes right down. Difficult to send that one back.
Should be noted, Jim, we do have 2 sets of sisters on the 17 red team here and the 14-1 team. So Audrey Spoladoro's little sister, oh boy.
Oh my word, that was a sledgehammer, up high, down hard.
Kinsey crushed there for sure. Just to continue, Audrey Spoladoro's little sister Macy is on the 14-1 team, and our server here, KJ Klombarski, has a little sister Molly on the 14-1 team. So it's been an interesting tournament to try to capture both teams.
That is. All right, Wellbrock roll shot over from the left side. Well, we get kind of a joust there, but Emma really did a good job redirecting that one over.
She sure did. Put it where they're not.
That keeps KJ at the line. Sends it over. Just long.
Got a little bit under that one, sent it up into the air, and it just floated on us.
Brownlee, the pass. Emma again, a little bit of an off-speed send there. They cover it. Scrappy team here on the other side. Audrey, left side, Wellbrock sends it over.
Good
Again.
reach.
Brownlee out of the back row, the lefty. Back set, right. Oh, cross-court shots covered. Wellbrock, big swing. Nothing much hits the floor on the other side here. Audrey, we're going to try that left side again. Big swing, but they're right there. Oh.
Boy, this is a strong Nebraska team, Jim.
Yep, very fundamentally sound and not a lot of errors made on their side at all. Serve comes across. Elamasso. The slide, swung back. Good play there. Oh, that one finally is on the floor.
Good move there. Run the slide, get the middle moving. Again, it disrupts the block on the other side of the net.
Brings Audrey to the line here. Going to send it over. Good spot. Covered on the Nebraska side. They hit it out of the back row. And, whoa, right into our broadcast position here. We'll reset your, that'll wake you up if you're watching out there and needed a wake up, that'll do it. Audrey continues at the line, sends it over. No, big swing again.
Wow, quick middle attack. We didn't have a chance there to get our block established.
Serves put over by Nebraska. Wellbrock pops it over from the middle. They set their offense up. Left pin. Oh. Tough, shallow hit there across court.
A little bit of confusion there on the front row positioning, so I think Coach Lors is going to
that's going to be another
call a timeout there.
Northern Lights timeout. We haven't had to use a whole lot of our timeouts during the tournament here. We've enjoyed some healthy leads in most of the sets, but a little different story here this morning, and we talked about that. It was about to get a heck of a lot harder here in the gold bracket.
Yeah, we talked about that 4-point differential being important, and the Lights team today just has not been able to crack under that. They get 2-4, and now, as you look, we're back up to 5. So it'll be important for them to get things sorted out. I think Nate saw the confusion there and wanted just to make sure he could get the team together, talk about the formation that they're going to run, and get things back squared up here.
Okay, the team's back on the court, ready to go. Nebraska sends this one over. It was a good timeout.
Very good timeout. Very good timeout. We'll give that point to Coach Lairs.
Brings Laura Wellbrock to the line here. Couple of bounces. The right-hander sends it over. Covered on the Premier side. Big swing again. Man, they are good at finding the open spots on the floor. They're not necessarily hitting the ball so hard, but they're hitting it in the right places.
Yes, they are. That was a good middle attack, and that middle attacker made a good decision. Got up there, had a single block. Not much Emma can do when she's got time to work.
Nebraska sends this over. Audrey. Laney sends it. Covered on the Nebraska side. Brought over from the right side, KJ. Emma has to bump set this. Lexi, that one's a little bit offset there. Of course, she's not our normal setter, so it threw the offense off a little bit. A very calm team on the other side. They don't seem to get very, they kind of seem unflappable to me. Laura sends that one just long.
All right, Jim, it's looking a bit dire here, but it is very important for the Lights team to get a few points here, get some confidence built up going into the second set. It's this one is not over. I don't mean to indicate that, but it's a long road.
Definitely the momentum on their side. Audrey left side. Lexi big swing, but long and wide.
Yep, we're going to have to keep swinging. Keep swinging. There's no need to back off on your swing.
Nope.
Just stick to the fundamentals, and it'll start to fall. There we go.
All right, we got a point here for lights.
Change things up a little bit. See if we can get Emma. Emma has been known to go on a little bit of a serving run. See if we can make that happen here.
Right-hander sends it over, covered by the libero on the other side. Back set, right pin, swung.
Didn't like it.
Oh, we didn't
Called
like
a double contact. Okay, well, let's see if we can put a little nerve into this situation, Jim.
23-17.
On a bit of a run.
Make a good run, anything can happen. Redheim sends it over, left pin, swatted over by Nebraska. Audrey middle, knocked over by Kinsey.
Another double contact.
Oh, all right.
And regardless of the double contact, we had a nice double block up there. Really gave them no option, and we had that covered more ways than one.
And that is enough for the premier coach to call a timeout, try and turn around and give you a score here. Oh, good match here. It's 21-20 lights in the 17 black match going on right behind us here on court 27. Big swing from Delaney Forrester, sends it over. She's going to take another attempt here. Oh. 21-21. Wow.
You can see one of our key sponsors absolutely blocking the view I'm trying to give you of this bonus coverage of 17 black. All right, back to action here.
Well, let's see if we can keep this going, Mike. You never know. Anything can happen. You get on a good run, and the other team gets a little bit rattled, and anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Emma puts it in play. Covered on the Nebraska side. They go to the middle, send it over, goes off the block, and down.
I am extremely impressed with the play of this Nebraska team at the net. They are not oversized.
Nope.
But they are incredibly smart players. We're going to have to see if we can figure them out.
KJ sends it over on the overpass. We're going to get our offense reset here. Kinsey off their block. Left side. That's long.
Okay, Jim, I've seen this happen, 24-18. I've seen the run come back. They bring in the lefty.
Jordan Brownlee, the Tri-City United product, at the line. Left hands it over. They get their offense set up into the middle, off the block. KJ. Kinsey tips it over their block and falls right in. Good spot there. Hey, anything can happen. I've seen the Badgers do it. They've come back from 24-20. I remember a big NCAA match where they did that, I believe, against Ohio State. Came back from a big margin down and won the set. So anything can happen. Great thing about this sport, no clock, no limits. Who knows what happens? And they have trouble with getting that tip over, so that's a 4 call on the other side. And hey, we're down to 3.
One at a time, Jim. It's one at a time.
Southpaw, ready to send it over. Back set on the Nebraska side.
Good
Jordan
play by
covers
Jordan.
it. Lexi Petrick, swing at the net. Reset, do it again. Kinsey, left pin for Nebraska. They pop it over, but it's covered. Audrey, we're going to free ball that over and get our offense reset here.
Get up.
Oh! All right, that's it for the first set, folks. We'll see you on the other side, 25-21.
Let me just go to this. Do you want your bag?
No, leave that.
Okay.
We got both cords, so.
Yeah. You good?
Yep.
Should have jumped onto the court. If you're still with us here, it is a parade of folks going back and forth as we try to get to our respective teams' sides. I'm going to jump onto the court here, Jim. I'm glad that you can't see this debacle that we're.
It's a little bit comical. Oh, we got a good spot here to set up though, next to one of these big columns.
I'm going to try to move in here, Jim, so I can get inside the lines, Judge.
We'll make sure that we're off the court. Some of the refs are very particular about saying that you are off the court, and if you're not on the blue squares, that is generally enough to be considered being off the court.
All right, we're going to shut the stream down here for a second. If you're watching and you just leave the browser as is, I am told that as we go live again, it'll pop right back up. So until I'm corrected, I'm going to go with that. Maybe we should take this opportunity to check in with Court 9.
Hello.
Hey, how about an update over there from Court 9?
Okay, we won 14-1 one set one, 25 to 15, and we are now starting the second set, and it's 4-1. Northern Lights 14-1 team.
Very good, team. Keep it up.
Good results there. Over here, the result was 25-21 for Premier Nebraska in the first set. We made a valiant comeback towards the end of the set, but we're unable to finish the job, so we're going to have to recover here in set number 2 and get things going.
Yep, I was trying to watch that live stream from my court over here. It looked like we did have a little bit of momentum there at the end, so I think the team needs to build on that and get off to a good start.
Sounds good. Good luck as the rest of the way here, and we'll check in with you in a little bit again.
Great, thank you.
Yep, bye-bye. All right, folks, we're back here in set number 2, getting ourselves reset. Early going, it's 1-0 Lights here, and that's
And that's an alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
well, thank you, Dan Stein. Team off to a good start here, 2-0 in the first set. That one just off Laney's hands. Sends the serve back to the Premier side. Like Mike mentioned, a lot of back and forth between the teams here. Everybody moving their cameras and setups over to the other side. Oh, an off-speed, off-heel of the hand swing there from the Premier side. Finds the floor. Audrey sets up here, right side, Wellbrock. Sends it over, Premier does the same thing, right side, but that goes into the net. That will be a 4 call.
Yeah, Jim, seeing a different Nebraska team early on the set. That's a couple hitting errors into that. We did not see a lot of that in set number 1.
Once again, everything kind of resets after these set breaks, and oftentimes the momentum completely shifts, and it's hard to understand exactly why that is, but we will take it as it's 4-2 here in the early going. Laura Wellbrock at the line. Right-hander jump serves it over. That one didn't make it either, and I wonder if how long the Nebraska coach here is going to go. He's shouting encouragement, but let's see how far he goes without calling his first timeout.
I'm going to apologize for the scoring error here. It is 5-2 Lights.
Oh, that one gets through. Sends the serve over to the Nebraska side. Sent over, KJ on the pass. Lexi sends it over, off there, block. Libero covers it. Big block there.
There we go. We get that block established, Jim. That's going to change the confidence in their hitters, and really it can upset the apple cart quite a bit.
Absolutely. That brings the long serve specialist, Emma Fredheim, the Burnsville High player. That one just long. Ball put in play over here into our corner by the Nebraska team. Laney sends it over, nobody home there. Good spot in that back.
Very good decision to go down the line there. All first set she was swinging hard cross court, and I think that pulled the defense over. I think out of the corner of the eye she saw that line open and turned and went for it. Nice play.
Brownlee left hands it over. We got a redo here. Ball in the court coming from the other side. Jordan resets and we do it again. Sent over. Middle. Sneaks over the tape.
Fortunately, Audrey got there with the hand. It just hit the right side of the hand and bounced across the net versus the left side of the hand and back up to her team.
Nebraska puts it in play again. Jordan, the pass has to be fisted by Audrey there. And they get a couple back on us here. 7-6 early going.
Well, let's get cleaned up here, Jim, and stop this little mini run.
Jordan, Audrey, middle to Kinsey. Oh, and the hammer comes down.
Yeah, I like that middle attack with Kinsey. Again, she gets up there, has options. This time decides to go right. I fully expect that we'll see her work the left side as well, depending on what she sees out of the defense.
Brings Ella Masso to the line. Right-hander sends it over. Good serve. Almost an overpass. The setter has to just tip it. They're going to have to reset their offense here. Swung over. Brownlee. Audrey sends over the setter dump. They cover that. Brought back on the right side, right down that seam again.
Yeah, that number 7, she is 80% line. So I think the Lights team needs to see that and make some adjustments here. She uses that line quite a bit. It's caught us off guard to date in this match, but I believe that Coach Laros will make an adjustment.
That one looks long. Yes, it is. That's a service error over on the Nebraska side. We'll take those whenever we can get them and try to inch our way ahead here a little bit in the second set. KJ going to put it in play. Good serve. They cover it. Popped over. Ella. Audrey back set. Jordan,
nice cut.
Big cut to the cross court side there. Swung over. Block is there. They're just going to punch this over and reset our offense. Wellbrock, big swing. Libero covers it. Left pin, swung over. Jordan, Audrey sends it over. They're there.
Set her from her knees.
Big rally.
That's a good point right there, Jim. A good point. Those long rallies, it's uplifting to the team that wins those points.
Yes, it is.
Generates some momentum.
KJ continues at the line, sends it over. Little bit of trouble, free balled over on the Nebraska side. Emma, big swing.
That was a nice shot out of Emma on the middle. I was just going to comment, Jim, that Nebraska team is fantastic at their free balls. Nothing is easy. They really work the corners, even if they have to dump it over. It's deep to the corner, making it tough for us to get to. Good
KJ
serve.
off the tape, drops right in. There we go. 12-7.
And that's an Alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Thank you, Dan Stein. A little bit of trouble there on the Nebraska side. Nets another point for your Northern Lights, 13-7.
I like this run that we're on,
It's a
Jim.
nice lead here in the second set.
And from our vantage point right in front of the camera, Katie Jane, you can really watch that ball dip and dive, making it tough for the other team to get it up.
All right, that's another point for Northern Lights. Nice service run here. And that's enough on the Premier side to call the timeout.
We've switched sides here, Jim, from this vantage point. Very hard to see what's happening with 17 Black. They have switched sides, so their match did end. Given how tight it was, I don't know who won.
I don't know who won that first set.
I don't know if we have the business card of our sponsors, the Foresters, over there. We could.
No, I don't think I do. We'll have to try to get an update from them when we can here. All right, we're back in action here. KJ sends it over. Another good serve. They have a heck of a time with it on the other side.
This is a nice run, Jim. This is a nice run.
Katie's calling for that ball to get back. Doesn't want any upset in the momentum here. Wants to keep rolling. Sends
Nice
it over.
serve.
Another really good one. That one's headed off into the woods.
And that's an Alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
I continue to thank Dan Stein for being our lead sponsor here in Omaha. KJ sends another good serve over. It's just going to be popped over down the left line here. Audrey sends it. That one's in the net. 16-8 Lights.
Now, what's important here, Jim? What do you think I'm going to comment as being important?
I think it's going to be important to get a good first contact and get right back on, get this serve back, get a side out, and get going.
We do not want to let them get some momentum in a run.
Audrey into the middle to Emma. Sends it over. They're going to go right side. Cross court. Good spot there.
It was a good spot. Jordan made a great run on it. It's, that ball was sailing. Is it in, is it out? As a player, you've got to play the ball if there's any question. Much better to get a hand on it and send it out than it is to let it fall and actually be in, Jim. So if you're not getting help from your teammates from the bench, you need to play that ball.
Serves short, comes over. Covered. Laura's going to send that back over and just long.
Okay, Jim, I think this is enough. This is what we talked about. We want to, the lead is still 6, and that's a comfortable lead, but it's about momentum.
Yes, it is. And a service error can give us the break we need here. 17-10.
That's helpful. The Lights team needs to establish themselves in this second set. It's important to get a sound victory here, so as we head into set 3, we have the confidence.
Audrey sends it over. Oh, boy, that was the quick middle.
And I am by no means, Jim, saying that this set is over. It is far from over. But my point is, we want to win this thing with confidence rather than on our edge.
Nebraska sends it over. That ball was moving around, but it's covered by Ella. Laura from the right side. And that's down. That's another point.
It's a good point. That's a good point. I'll trade points all day at this point. We got to avoid giving them a run and getting them back into the game.
Avoid the momentum shift. Laura sends this over, and it's going to head off. That's another Dan Stein Alligator ace. Laura.
Oh, look at that.
Just catches that back line.
And that's an Alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Thank you, Dan Stein. Laura continues at the line, serves this one short. They're middle. They get that one through.
A strong middle player there. She can really bring the ball, smart with what she does with it. That was a nice play.
Tough serve there. Sent back over, just long.
Jim, you may have noticed on that play, Lexi was backed up on the serve. It actually caught her arms and up into her chin. On a serve or an attack, that double contact is allowed.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's use this over ball.
Into the middle. That's Emma Fredheim. Big swing there.
That's a Crocodile crush. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 2-for-1 special on every Crocodile crush for Northern Lights today.
Emma at the line, sends it over.
Good up.
Pushed
Audrey
into the
goes
corner.
to the deep corner.
Right side, Nebraska off the block, falls in, pancake, it's good. Tipped over, that didn't make it. Well, I guess they said it did. I thought that was going to be 4. Lexi Petrick, big swing, left side. Brought back over by Nebraska. Audrey, quick to Kinsey. They get it, it's back. Try it again, right side. Laney swings it over. A couple of different opportunities there to call some things, but we didn't get them, and that point goes to Nebraska.
Yeah, that was a point really would have liked to have, Jim. Those long rallies, we talk about the momentum it can take, or momentum it can drive. Very important for us to have a fundamentally sound point right here. Bump set, spike, run the play you want to play, and get the ball back.
All right, here comes the serve from Nebraska. Goes to Kinsey in the center, drops that right over the block, and that's another point for your Northern Lights.
Boy, that's nice to see, Jim. That's nice to see.
22-14. Lights in control here in set number 2. We're going to do another update here from court 9 when as we are anticipating the end of set number 2 here at 23-14, if we can keep the gas on. Jordan, she's trying to paint that far corner. Just wide.
Simple recipe right here, Jim. We call it side out and serve out. Step 1, we'll get the side out. Let's see if we can make that happen right here.
Jordan, Audrey, Kinsey tips it over. They cover it this time. They go left pin, swung over. That falls in.
Smart play by that attacker. The block was there with Kinsey and Audrey, and she just looped it right over.
Nebraska server ready, spins the ball, sends it over. Jordan, Audrey, goes back to Jordan. Big swing. Covered, right side. Block is there. Nebraska has to send it over, and it's long. So there's your side out. Let's finish this thing here, Mike.
Let's do that. No better person than Ella. Egan High School product. Very strong volleyball program in Egan there.
Absolutely. Ella puts it in play.
Nice
puts a little
serve.
spin on that one. Right side, punched over. Jordan, boy, they put a little extra juice on that.
They did, and you'll notice we talked about number 7 using the line quite a bit. That time she saw us shifting to the line actually and threw it across the court. It wasn't really a hit, it was more of a push, but she found the open floor.
Nebraska's going to send this across. We just need one more here in set number 2, and that's Kinsey off the block, tools it, and that is a Northern Lights win here in the second set. So that sends us to a third and deciding set, and we will be back with that after we check in over here on court number 9.
Hello.
Hey, how are things going over there?
We've got 24-18, so we've got match points on the line here, but the other team called the timeout now. So victory is seeming probable.
Okay, looks good. And the result here in the second set is a 25-17 victory for Northern Lights. So we are going to a third and decisive set over here on court 24.
Excellent. They must have kept that trend going then and pulled the game together, huh?
Yep, we got the momentum back and held on to it for most of the set. There were a couple of moments of early on there of some uncertainty, but we extended the lead pretty nicely and held it all the way to the finish.
All right, well, that good start's key here in this short set 3. So I'm going to be over there in a little bit to watch.
Sounds good. Appreciate the updates.
Are they coming out of the timeout yet, Kara?
Yes, yes. We had.
Why don't you call this point for us?
She was up to serve, but the Nebraska elite strong side hitter got a hit past our blocker, and Nebraska elite got the point. So now it's 24-19, and Northern Lights is setting up for serve receive here. We've got Hadley Berger in to hit, and Avery Jesuit Ooh, and yep, the other Elite got an ace serve against our team, so now it's 24-20. We just need a quick side out here to get this match over. How about there? Are they starting yet?
No, we're getting the Nebraska team has come back on the floor here. They're slapping hands and getting themselves lined up. The up ref is climbing into his post, but Nate's got some last-minute instructions, so we're a little bit late coming out of our timeout. Just getting set up on the floor here.
Yeah, 14-1. So we've kind of fallen into this. We're not exactly playing our game at the moment. We're not in system for these last 3 points. So we got another serve coming here. Let's see if we can get this one.
And what is the score right now?
Oh, they just served. Elite just served the ball out, and Northern Lights 14-1 wins 25-21. So that's the wrap here for first match of the day.
All right, good news. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Okay, that was good update there from Court 9 at the Convention Center here. Remember again, we're all right, we're getting set to go here in the third and decisive set here from the CHI Health Center. Beautiful downtown Omaha, Nebraska. And we have Audrey Spoladoro at the line, going to send the ball over. Covered on the Nebraska side. Who will get the all-important first point? Emma Fredheim, they get that on the block, sent back over, punched over, and that one goes to Nebraska. We'll see how that plays out. Nebraska gets point number 1 here. Remember, we're only going to 15 here in the third set. Every point matters even more so than in a 25-point set. Wellbrock, right side, sends it long. That's an early 2-0 lead for Nebraska. Just amazing, Mike, how that momentum can shift.
That is crazy, Jim. It is crazy. We finished the first set very strong. Come out just a little bit tight here.
Tough serve.
Would not be surprised to see an early timeout out of Coach Lairs. It might be a little early, but a 4-point deficit early on will be a challenge.
It's tough. I feel like they're playing faster on the Nebraska side. I wonder if their coach told them to speed things up to get back into their rhythm.
There we go. Nice swing by Laney.
Good recovery there. 3-1. Maybe we can settle down that momentum a little bit. Brings Laura Wellbrock to the line. Right-hander sends it over. And that is...
And that's an Alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Thank you, Dan Stein. Wellbrock sends it back over. Right side by Nebraska is covered. Laney's going to swing this over. It's kind of an overpass, and their setter unable to get to that one.
An overpass that didn't quite get over, Jim. You know, I don't have any hard feelings whatsoever about putting Dan Stein Alligator Removal out of business with all of his promotions.
He certainly is going to be busy when he gets back, that's for sure, and we appreciate his sponsorship here. That one swung on long by Nebraska, puts lights up 4-3 here.
It's interesting, Jim, you see the Lights team picking up the pace as well.
Yep. Audrey, middle, Emma pops it over the block, and they're not going to get that over. 5-3. Laura continues at the line to our right, sends it over. More trouble.
And that's an Alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Laura sends it back over. Nebraska covers. They're going to free ball this over, again kind of to the back row. Audrey back to the middle. Oh, the block is there.
Oh, good cover.
Good cover there. Sent back over. Spun over from the left side. Great recovery by Laney, sends that over. What an awesome point there for your Northern Lights, and that is an exciting one.
Wow, what a play there, Jim. Should have indicated a highlight on this Easy Reels application. I didn't get to the button, unfortunately, but that was phenomenal. We're going to have to remember the 7th
Oh,
point.
and a big stuff block there.
Okay, this might get a little dicey, folks. If you're susceptible to motion sickness, I would close your eyes at this point. We're doing the best we can to switch here. They don't like to wait for us, so
Nope.
this match will just crank right up. We'll stop.
We're going to talk on the fly here as we go. Try not to tangle our things up. We got Laura Welbrock at the line. Going to be sending this one over.
Hopefully we can keep your eyes on this match here as we make our move.
All right, and we're back in action here. Laura Welbrock sends that one over. Audrey. Laney swings it cross court. I think there was a touch on that. No, maybe not. We don't get that call. All right, I think we're all set back up here.
Whew, that was hard work,
Wow.
Jim.
Yeah, that was a little hairy.
You had the hard piece. All sorts of devices and
All right, we're set here again. KJ, Audrey.
okay. Still have a 3-point cushion. Very important right here, Jim, to put a stop to this little mini run and
Yes,
keep
it
our
is.
momentum going.
Remember, we're in the third set here, folks. A decisive third set to 15. Good serve from the
serve.
Nebraska side. Big swing in the middle from Emma, but it's covered. Left side, swung over, that didn't make it. Ref shakes his head and puts up 4 fingers. That brings our long serve specialist to the line. Emma Fretheim, the Burnsville product, is going to put it in play. Sends it over. Just long.
Looking for
9.
that deep corner there. Just a bit too much mustard.
9-6 here in the early going. Nebraska's going to put this ball into play there. Server on the far right corner. Sends it over. Lexi. Audrey. Popped over by Laney. They'll reset. Oh, they paint that corner again.
There's that number 7 going down the line. She has got that shot. That is a fantastic play. Very difficult to cover.
9-7 here. Important to get this momentum back. Service here. Welbrock. Audrey goes to Kinsey in the middle, and that's another big swing from Kinsey Cronin.
That's a crocodile crush. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 2-for-1 special on every Crocodile Crush for Northern Lights today.
Thank you, Dan Stein, for your support, and you are going to be a busy man removing vermin from homes all over the South Metro when you get home.
Well, Jim, we got to that motivating double-digit number first. That's very important. See if we can get this back up to a 4-point. There it was again, Jim. That down the line
Right
shot.
in that corner.
She has got that figured out.
Going to bring the serve over from the Nebraska side. Server spins the ball, sends it over. KJ. Going to reset their offense, right side. Big swing, but covered by Jordan, and that one just falls in short.
Boy, number 7 is carrying that team, Jim. She's been going line, and then she comes hard cross court.
The momentum definitely has shifted to the Nebraska side, so that gets Coach Lairs to call a timeout here and rally the troops, get them calmed down a little bit, work up a couple of plays to get things back on our side here. We're kind of looking back to
the black match is over.
Yeah,
it is
I wonder-
unclear to us who the victors were. We see the team huddled in the corner, but that's very common after a match, win or lose, to huddle.
yeah, difficult to tell from here. I see hands on hips. Sometimes, well, we won't speculate. Anyway, back to our court here. Jordan Brownlee, the left-hander, sends it over. Nebraska, right side.
We have got to do something about number 7, Jim. She is absolutely eating us up.
Yep.
And she, this is her first rotation in the front row, so we've got to Got a long. It looks like she's in the middle position, Jim. So a couple more rotations.
Okay.
We got to do something to bust this run.
Yep. Here comes the serve. Well brought to pass. Audrey, left side, Petrick. Swings
There
it
it
over.
is.
There it is. Big swing from Lexi Petrick there on the left side.
Yeah, she got up high. We need to get that cushion back a little bit, Jim. It's a tight match here. 11-10. 4 points to go.
Ella Masso at the line. Coach Lears calls out positioning. Swung over on the block. Touched. Audrey. Kinsey again. They have trouble with it.
Smart play by Kinsey there. She got up there and she felt a lot of pressure from the block, decided to go off speed, and found a hole.
We're getting down to crunch time, folks. Ella Masso sends it over. Left pin for Nebraska. Oh, fantastic dig there by Ella Masso. Here's a big swing. Oh, nobody over in that corner. Great positioning to swing that over.
Yeah, they brought the outside hitter in a little bit, which fooled our block and ended up with a nice clean shot down the middle of the court there.
Libero for Nebraska sends the serve into play. Audrey, the bump set. Laura's going to send this over. Just out.
It's a race to 3 at this point, Jim. It's a race to 3.
12-12. High tensions here at the CHI Center and downtown
They can do this.
Omaha. Brownlee. Kinsey,
Wow.
perfect position there, sent off.
You know, when I saw her go up and send that ball off to the right, I thought there is not a lot of room over there, but she was dialed in. She was right there on the line. That ball was in, even if it wasn't touched.
Great swing there from Kinsey Cronin. Medford brings KJ up to the line. Left side here, sends it over. Good serve. Right side, popped over. Oh, almost a collision. Sent over. Fantastic save there by Ella Masso.
Get up.
Audrey. Laura
Get down
sends it
there.
down the line. Popped up. Left side, over the block. Oh. Back and forth here, folks. Tied at 13.
Simple recipe for this, Jim.
Side out,
serve out.
serve out.
So it's side out. We got number 7 back there. It's been a fantastic weapon for the Nebraska team. Good serve.
Ella Masso digs this up. Laura pops it over the block. Covered. Right side. Swung over. Ella. Audrey. Laura again. Big swing. Covered on the block. Pop back over. Free balled over. Nebraska sets up their offense. Left pin. Swung over.
Good play by Jordan.
Audrey. Laura, big swing. But they cover this. Free balling it back over. Audrey. Got a ball in the court. That should take care of this play. Too bad. Great rally.
That was a good rally, but that ball, that was a dangerous ball. As it rolled up to that net, you do not want to see a hitter go up and come down on the ball. That can do major damage.
Fans here on the edges of their seats. Oh, almost a collision on the pass. Audrey flips it over. Nebraska sets up their offense. Covered.
Come on, Laura.
Laura, big swing. Block is there. Audrey, middle. Emma, left side, but they cover.
Oh,
there's
trouble.
there.
All right.
Here we go, folks.
The cup of sugar is in the mixing bowl.
Match point.
Audrey Spoladoro on the hook for match point here.
Coach Lurs calls out some instructions. Audrey puts it in play. The libero covers it. Left pin. Big swing. And you know what that means, folks. Volleyball's version of overtime. Extra points.
Free volleyball here, free volleyball. The recipe remains simple, Jim. Side out, serve out. And we move on to play at 10 o'clock.
Serve put in play on the Nebraska side. Out!
That was a good miss by Ella Masso there.
Sometimes things bounce your way. And they did in that case. Brings Laura to the line. Going to send it over. Libero covers.
Big
left
block.
pin. Blocks there, but gets just through.
And we continue. I don't need to say it again, but I will. Very simple recipe here. Side out, serve out.
And that is long. We'll take that break, Mike.
We will. Both of them. Got a very fine server back here. And Emma, let's see if we can end this right here, Jim.
Sent over. It's a good serve. That's gone. That's it. And that's a victory for your Northern Lights. 17 red moving on here in the goal.
And that's
bracket.
an alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Wow.
What a tough
thrilling
match. That was thrilling. The heart rate is up.
Yes.
The team's excited. We're moving on. They look exhausted. I see lots of coughing and sniffling. I think the team is worn down and not feeling the greatest, but that was a tough contest.
Good win to get. It's nice to get a win on opening match here on bracket day. Of course, you never know how that's all going to work out, but it's really good for us to get one in the books and move on and play here, as Mike mentioned, at 10 o'clock.
It is Championship Sunday here, Jim, so as we know, it's win or go home. And we're not ready to make that long haul back up to Minneapolis.
Not quite ready to pack up yet. Been excited to be here for the tournament. We want it to go on a little bit longer, so we're happy with this good win. All right, we're kind of panning around here and checking out the court. I think that's probably going to wrap things up here in the first match. We'll see if we can't start a little bit early for the other one, maybe give you some previews there and chat with a couple of people, and we'll see how it goes from there. We'll have some scoring updates for you on the other matches at that point, and try and find out who won this match behind us. I will not speculate on it. I have no clue that way. So, all right, folks, we're going to see here about getting a couple of interviews. Okay.
Mary wants to do it.
All right, we have our chaperones here. Bill Cronin's with us.
Okay, great to be here.
Great to be here. All right, we want to talk a little bit about how does the weekend been going? Things for the girls. You guys got to plan all these meals, and you have to get all of their accommodations arranged and kind of keep the team moving when they're off the court. How's that been going?
It's been really hard on me. My wife did all of it.
Okay.
But so I'm along for the ride, but it's gone really well. The girls are awesome. They really are. They're super courteous, very nice girls. It's been fun.
Good, good. So what are your impressions of the tournament so far? That was certainly a nail-biting match there. It's exciting for the fans. On the other hand, we don't need all of that stress all the time.
Yeah,
so,
that's tough. I wasn't awake yet.
Okay.
I've been running around moving bags and moving everything back out to the truck, run here, and then I have to go through this. But it was really nice. It was, start out slow and then you figure it out.
Yeah, back and forth momentum on that first match with Nebraska taking the first set, Lights coming back really strong in the second, and then an extremely back and forth third set. Yeah, which is exciting for the fans in the sport here. But
those are good. We coasted yesterday and the day before, and it was good to have that one. And now wake them up and get them going.
Yep, we'll go from there.
Right.
Appreciate it. Thank you for all your work.
Thank you.
And,
appreciate it.
We'll talk to you soon.
I always like to thank our chaperones, Jim. They put forth tremendous effort. So.
Absolutely, it's a lot of work, and we're very much appreciative of that. Mike, any final thoughts here on match number one?
Final thoughts are get the girls some juice or chocolate milk or something, get their energy back, get them relax a little bit, and right back here for the next match. It'll be a tough one again. As we talked, Jim, at the opening of this broadcast, there is no paved road. This will be grueling volleyball all day long.
All right, folks, I think that's going to wrap it up here. Remember, we are at the CHI Health Center here in beautiful downtown Omaha, Nebraska, and we will see you back here at about 10 o'clock for the next match. See you then.